the average ASIC can only earn you like $4 or $5 a day. So let's say I'm earning the equivalent of like 10 or 12 ASICs. This is 130 plastic bottles and a couple of cans in here. I can tell this is more or less 130 because I've counted these bags many times before. So this is $7, this is $5, and this is $10. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is how much I'm about to pay the clients, $106 and $5 for that second load of cans. So you gotta figure in New York there's about 11 million people, right, in all 5 boroughs, right? And it's the summertime. People are drinking water, drinking their beverages, and things like that. And what's going on is that every day there's about 11 million or 10 million bottles that drop on the floor. And multiply that by 5 cents, that's roughly $500,000 to $1 million on the floor every day. So with Bitcoin, for me, it's a savings mechanism. I could save long term. I could buy a fancy house if I want in the future when I'm retired and old, right? Because it's too much of my energy and my lifetime's work that I'm just giving to someone. I don't like that system. So a lot of us have grown into that being the only system that we know. But I just know different. To me, it was a no-brainer. Really from day one. It was a no-brainer, bro. So I didn't discover Bitcoin on the internet. I didn't discover it in a blog post. I discovered it in a book, and the book had the white paper. So the white paper was written so clearly at the time. It was the only thing at the time that I managed to read like 4 times in a row. This is like the craziest thing ever. I'm like, wow, we have this? So it was mind-blowing. First reading it, and then reading it again. What made Bitcoin different to me was the ledger. The fact that there's a ledger that we can all see and view and see who has what balances and everything like that. I thought that was pretty cool. And then when I look back at the bank that I actually was putting my money in at the time, it didn't make any sense because it looks as if Bitcoin is just a superior system. When most people ask, well, what is Bitcoin? Is that real money? I think the number one problem is just the nation's great misunderstanding of what money is. And I think that's worldwide. So I think like us as Bitcoiners, we're blessed to know what money is. We've done the homework because we know money has to be scarce and divisible and fungible and portable, and it can also serve as a unit of account, right? We have basically all the building blocks for that in Bitcoin, and it's just a matter of time until people realize that. It's definitely beneficial because recycling is a business that's basically by law, it's required to happen. So if there was no recycling, if I didn't do what I did, we'd actually be driving over bottles that would just be blowing around in the street, right? If there were no incentive to pick up the bottles, New York City would be just a filthy place, just absolutely horrible. So I think it's good for everyone, and people that necessarily don't want to have full-time employment but want to have some kind of income coming in, it's definitely great for them. So I mean, I can work for 4 hours, or I can work for 14 hours. That's the nature of the job, depending on how much I want to squeeze out, how much work I want to, how much money do I want to make for the amount of work that I'm about to put out. I kind of look at myself as like a human Bitcoin miner, in a sense. That's the best way I could describe it.